Before I do this one, I want to share with you guys how I get the watches that I end up getting sent by Exquisite Timepieces. So I typically talk to Tyler, my main contact there. I'll put a link down below in the description so you can reach out to him. And we'll discuss maybe what I want to see. Maybe sometimes I'll pick, and then sometimes I'm like, hey, Tyler, what do you want to see? Like, what stands out to you? You're around these watches all day long. Sure, I get to see a lot of watches, but Tyler works there. He's in the sales. Like, he's immersed into like all of these brands, over 60 authorized brands that they're a dealer for, on top of all the pre-owned stuff. And he mentioned the Reservoir, this guy. And I had to look it up. I'm like, nah, I don't know anything about it. Send it. I want to see it. That's what I'm all about. I want to see the watches that I don't know anything about, that I haven't seen, that you guys haven't heard about, and I want to get them on the channel, and I want to share them with you so you can check them out. That's what we have here. So let's do it. So anyway, big props to Tyler for sending this over because I'm intrigued. Right out of the gate, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. This is it's over $4,000, guys. So there you go. We're a minute in. Just so you know, a lot of these watches that I get from Exquisite are luxury watches. So be prepared. Case size on this is 41.5 millimeter. It just says titanium, but the way this thing's polished up, because it is full polished, it's got to be grade 5 titanium. I'm guessing. If it's grade 2, I'd be shocked. It's got to be grade 5. So 41.5 millimeter. The lug to lug is a 49.8 millimeter. The thickness is 13.3 double dome sapphire crystal, 20 millimeter lug opening, and a 7 millimeter screw down crown. A really nicely done leather strap. You have a display case back. The movement inside is a little unique, of course, in case you couldn't tell on the top side. This is what they're calling the caliber RSV-240. So it's not really in-house. It's a custom crafted movement for this brand by another company called Telos, I think. It's Telos. The source movement is an LGP PG100 base. I'll try to put some information down below for you guys, but you can look it up too. All you have to do is Google the RSV 240 movement. But it is it's a jump hour. So there's a bunch of different colorways, but all using the same configuration. This one is called the Kanister series, and it's the RPM. It's designed or inspired from the Porsche 356 Speedster, I think is what car it was sourced from. So it's basically like a tachometer, maybe, I guess. And you have a power reserve indicator down here. So if we unscrew the crown and we fiddle around with this thing, I can show you its functions. So nice pop to it. Of course, if you wind the movement a little bit or you just wear it, you'll see that power reserve indicator increase. It's like your fuel gauge. Pop the crown out one position, you adjust the time like so. And I'm gonna go to like right there, and then we're just gonna do a close-up on the watch because I wanted to do it naturally, because the way this thing jumps the hour is it's pretty dramatic. Like, it happens like boom, like you're not really expecting it. So hopefully it'll happen while I'm just kind of talking about it. So you have that textured dial in the center, you have the double rings, and then you have that beautiful minty colored 0 through 60 mile per hour attack or whatever. And then, you have kind of your red line at the 45 mark to the 50. And then once it gets to the 60 mark, and then you complete that minute, you have that 08 down at the traditionally 6 o'clock position. It will jump to the 9 o'clock hour. And it's 08, so it would be 09 being AM. There you go. I wasn't really ready for it the first time I was playing around with it. It's not like violent or anything like that. It's just like, it just happens. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, that just happened. So pretty fun, very unique piece. If you are in the market for, say, a wild card, potentially, I guess, or a jump hour, I think this is one to look at. It's fun. It's very cool looking. And it's an interesting way to tell the time. There it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Now, is there a loom? I don't know. Let's find out, because I did not check it before I started recording. I don't think so, because I'm not getting any reaction with the UV light. So be prepared for a massive disappointment in the loom department. Yes, there's no loom. Okay, so loom would have been cool. I'm going to say that. Other than that, I think it's a very cool looking watch, and I'm happy that I was able to see it. Big thanks to Tyler and the crew at Exquisite Timepieces. Let them know I sent you. I'll see you guys on the next vid.